This is episode 273 of Zen and the Art of Real Estate Investing with my guest, Gary Striewski. You may recognize him from being an anchor on ESPN SportsCenter, but Gary is also a DIY real estate investor. Gary, welcome to the show.
About dang time. I got the invitation and we finally linked up. JG, man, I really appreciate you having me on. I'm looking forward to hopping on and having a good time.
Yeah, me too. And I was telling you just in the pre-call, like it's been really interesting for me to find what real estate you've been doing on social and find that people can benefit from it so much more than kind of the guru culture that's out there. Why did you start posting your real estate content on what, obviously people know you from SportsCenter?
Yeah, I'm definitely the anti-guru. I'm definitely anti-guru culture.
Yeah.
Because then I would just be lying to myself. Definitely. I think that so I'm an older millennial, right? But I'm sort of the last generation before smartphones and social media took over. However, I am sort of seasoned enough to know that was the way the industry is going. So I was kind of an early adopter, not for any sort of monetary, professional, or business gain of being on social media. But everybody lives their life on social. So it wasn't foreign to me to post, hey, here's what I'm doing. Hey, here's where I'm at. And of course, over the years, over the decades now, which is kind of crazy to say, your content evolves. Just Bands, you evolve just as you get older. So it's kind of cool. You go back on your timelines, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or any variation of social media, and you kind of see these chapters and this evolution of life, which is cool. And I think that's supposed to happen, right? When you look back and see these different stages and levels of your life. And I just so happen to be at the DIY, self-managing real estate investor portion of the life. Yeah.
Where have you bought your properties and how have you found just relationships either with your agent or with the sellers over time? How much has that played a role in kind of helping you grow?
So I will say that, yes, 100% of my deals have just been MLS.
Yeah.
Right. I
like buying off the MLS. I always have.
No, it's great. I mean, kind of a curated presentation of the property. And while this occupies a good solid chunk of my time, I think what a lot of people got to remember when they see, Gary Striewski does real estate is I have a full-time job, right? Like I have a full-time job that I work zombie hours. I host the morning editions.
You get up early.
Monday through Friday. So my alarm clock goes off at 3:40 in the morning. I'm on TV on air 5 days a week at 7 a.m. Right. So I have a full-time job. I can't, what is it called? Go knock for or driving for door. Putting out mailers. I'm not looking at, county tax liens. I'm not doing any of that stuff. The MLS exists for a reason. I'm going to go find my properties there. And if I have the best, offer, cool. The way I scale is 1 to 2 properties a year. So it's not like I'm out there trying to amass or aggregate, 100 doors a year. That's not the way I'm going to scale. That's not the way I want to scale. So I'm totally okay with hopping on Redfin, popping on Zillow, seeing what I like. I obviously have my filters set, but I love a raised ranch, and that's kind of, when I see one of those in this price range that I know I can make things work. I'm going to hit up Whitney and ask her to go meet me. So she's been great. I think my workflow, it works for me.
Yeah.
I like it. It's enough for me to take my mind off of, being the sports guy. Cause every time you go anywhere, people want to ask you about what's going on in sports, which is great. I mean, I love sort of being that bridge, that connector between like the real world's fan experience and like professional sports.
Yeah.
But I like talking about other stuff too, and real estate and watches and skiing and all that kind of stuff is stuff I like to have occupy my time.
So what's been your trajectory? Have you're buying them, you're looking at a multi now, but has everything before this been all single family or do you have multifamilies also?
I have a duplex in West Hartford, side by side brick. It was perfect. It was actually featured on an episode of House Hunters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in 2021. And it was so perfect in every way. I still have it.
Yeah.
One side was completely renovated, or I guess up to date as of like 10 years ago. And the other side hadn't been touched. Hadn't been.
Yeah.
And that's the side I decided to actively live in during the renovation process. And I tell
Yeah.
story all the time, but I think, listeners and people who want to get into this have to hear it is I was literally peeing in a bucket for 2 months, right? Like I didn't have electricity.
Oh, really?
There's no other option because
Yeah.
other side, I wanted to get guests in there who, by the
Cash. Yeah.
way, I wanted to get somebody in there to help me offset. So I was sleeping. I mean, dust. Yeah, there's probably a little asbestos that was kicked up, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I wasn't kicking anything up too crazy, and it was mostly in the basement. But I mean, we literally brought. I'll send you pictures. We literally brought the kitchen and the bathroom down to the studs, and I was in the next room
Yeah.
with a orange Home Depot bucket.
Yeah. Okay.
But geez,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's rough.
my whole schedule was so strategic. I was working nights at the time, so I had my go bag with me at all times. Unfortunately, ESPN, they have some nice amenities. So I showered at work.
Yeah.
I made sure I did not drink a lot of water at night.
Yeah.
Right. I cut myself off of drinking too much water because I didn't want to go to the bathroom
Yeah.
at night. But yeah, that was a live-in reno, and now it is a short-term rental, and it's awesome. I mean, that's another property that's again, I bought it, 370 via probate, and now it's high fives, and that was
Yeah.
September of 2021. So yeah, the valuations have boomed.
What's one piece of advice that you could give those younger people that you say that, you're talking to, giving speeches to? They're just starting their job career, but hey, they're really interested in real estate. What should they do?
Yeah, I mean, as it relates to, a two-parter, as it relates to, advice in kind of a professional environment, I say this to people in broadcast and otherwise. If somebody's going to task you with an opportunity in the workplace, this is not real estate related. Um, it's probably in your best interest to say yes, because there's probably, and this is specifically related to broadcast. If you say no to an opportunity in my field, there are 20, 30, 40,
Yeah. Yeah.
50, 150 people who are going to kick down the door to say yes. Right. So if you say no, there are open and hungry mouths who are right behind you who are going to take that opportunity. And you don't know what that assignment or what that opportunity would have led to, what people you were going to meet, what you were going to meet. It's unbelievable the places that I get to go. It's so silly. And I pinch myself all the time because I've wanted to work and host sport. It's literally written in my yearbook. My
That's awesome.
yearbook.
Yeah.
I'm going to host SportsCenter one day as a sixth
Yeah.
grader. And then
Yeah.
this jackass right here actually got there. That's crazy. That's
That's
crazy to think that some dude who was, on academic probation my freshman year at Colorado State, who, didn't have a dad in the business or who was a professional athlete, was just, a tank commander in the army and then a corporal in the state patrol, and then like a mom who, just worked front of the house at Korean restaurants with her friends. Like their son got to live out his dream because of them. And every time I talk about my parents, I get emotional. So like,
Yeah.
they sacrificed, everything for me they saw that I had like a dream that I wanted to get to and
Yeah.
a goal that I wanted to pursue. And instead of telling me like, that's so stupid, why would you want to do that? They just said, okay, go get it. And damn, like I did. It wasn't easy, right? But I was willing to outwork people.
Yeah.
I was willing to move where other people wouldn't. And if you put in the work, if you answer the call, if you say yes to the opportunity, I'm telling you, more oftentimes than not, it will work out in your favor.